nsa ankofo no mu nsa nyagoro. But ne kanin so the entisa. So I don't know what is happening up there in the north. As say hwe dudo na yakwachi omo no boniana omo farm. Health Goldfields target
sir Edro Bonnie. I think I saw it last night or so. I'm gonna say there were 3 people. I think one was dead.
Okay.
I think they killed one simply because they were arguing because of a debt that he didn't pay on Tramadol.
Just imagine.
I say wabeji Tramadol mienu.
I want you.
I want oteba akabako. Eti hey sana.
Na de nankasa na adwini ndaho.
They so say two year for say dona omoko onko no e semi dona asaku omo. Because who knows say omo for Tramadol no.
Yeah.
So sometimes when say the drugs now it is harming us slowly, but we don't know.
Yeah.
And now they say the market could be because of trauma the want you. And I feel bad. My home, I say police for now arches 2 suspects, and the most painful thing is all of them they are Muslims. And
I mean, up there, it's only few. No one who say bia na enuka de whether Muslim or no Muslim what's important they are Ghanaians. Ntino ade a omo yere nso no ade a emwo omo ankasa ene emwo oman no.
So
until 77 say the omo friends saying Bible phone sem Health Goldfields or see target $135 million investment as new mining fleet arise for Bogosu Prestia revival. The Chronicle news was Galam say is Ghana's enemy. We are fighting the canker. Naimos. Royal Bretuo family debunks sedentary Hima's purported bestowment of Nhyira Wusuhini. Hey, I believe. Anyway. MIIF records 5.3 billion Ghana city in minerals royalties in 2025, up from 4.291 billion Ghana city in 2024. West Africa must act swiftly on climate change and conflict risk. Ahmed Ibrahim. Yes, Daybreak newspaper saying, say MIIF bags 5.43 billion in 2025. Upon Pepra speaks out, says no embassy publicly honest spy. Klagag accused of illegal tax collection nationwide. The Spider newspaper, if you shoot, a lot more will be at you. Naimos, and nobody's had to ask some ready to draw. Galamsin says, farmers edge swift intervention over Burkina Faso export ban. And also the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Isema, yes, also Kasai, I'll say, Sasami, and yes, idea, Ebehun say, bad news. In fact, it's bad, but it's supposed to be a good news for us. Why? Because we invest in the agri sector, particularly the cash crop. Pumaenti, the governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Of African fintech development will depend not only on creativity or capital in isolation, but on stronger coordination between public policy, private innovation, and strategic investment.
Yes, we governor of the Bank of Ghana. The inquiry and so say jobs lost and promises broken. Anger over Bogosu Prestia mine takeover. Group demands investigations. Tour turn around now. Mahama era. Physical discipline is repositioning Ghana's refinery. Agboja 23 road projects worth 14.88 billion Ghana cedi and a big push were inherited. Dismisses sole sourcing claims. Tourism minister condemns alleged assault on Ibrahim Mahama, calls for justice. Story. In fact, me who ye Eddie Kaino na me pese mejidi, but platform me who ye there's no way you can ignore it. In fact, I saw it on GBC, I saw it on GTV, I saw it on major media houses. You cannot deny it. But later on, I was even reluctant to share That's a fact. I was reluctant to share because, hey, Adekye na Uncle Banisa wan hwe na munyina wan ko fam na ya chuma so. But unfortunately, when the police was denying and then we were saying that no, it wasn't true, it wasn't their men because they don't even have anything called Maria Task Force. But the man is also insisting onya kwalanso. And I don't know if you know the background of this particular man, Ekasai. Yes, he faced similar situation outside the country. Before coming to Ghana. Ntiaba say na say he's even losing faith. Akwa me say oh, me ba me mind, me krum. Na hanso no ma be face this way dia. And there. In fact, until when people came in and then that's when he began to he even did a press conference.
Yeah.
But
so
yet he said
right now he has the situation is that he has given his verbal explanation on what transpired during the incidents. Yeah. But one evidence necessary or say he had deleted footages or pictures and evidences from his phone. I say instantly they tried to let him open his phone. He insisted, and when he realized that they were just being violent to him, he has to just give up. And all the phone more almost so. Maybe is it that they don't know who they were dealing with? Exactly. That is the fact.
And if they don't know, is that how the police are supposed to treat even people who they allegedly think that they have committed a crime?
That is why most people say that mostly the victims are the innocent people or the people who are not known by people. Even say if he was an ordinary person, who would have listened to him? Or how can that ordinary person even get the crowd and then make a press conference? You know, it won't happen that way.
Baraka
But
FM.
fortunately, he is well to know. No, definitely he has to gather people. Now, no, so can one in say or can one in say, me say no, obi me. I have something. I know I can defend myself, and I'm not doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for people who have been affected and who will be affected. So unto all year in general, I deal with NCBO and to Obia because it's so terrible and disturbing. And I say if the story is indeed true and story in the air I think it's not a good sign for the.
In fact, looking at our tourism, looking at even baby Ghana, some of these stories in Kwame, and I don't know why it even happened, but it sees what. Quite befaso aswan na very important. This you know as security agencies you know ka say don bebo money na nka me share sound bite no but him say enye ready but later we remember
I say na me no one as no be na catch say or bad down to Ghana to just make a research on why Ghana is called a peaceful country in the whole Africa. Why Ghana is called a peaceful country because for the past years we haven't had war we haven't had any civil war within our country. So why is it that we are called a peaceful country? And then research or Ghana investigation of they be Ghana for we are indeed yes. But Uban within a young we
have issues.
We have issues within ourselves, which is very bad.
Yeah, agree Minister Okasa. Yeah. Okasa no baby. I mean in dreams in the or say it's high time. We are minister, we are deputy minister, we are driver, we are teacher, we are whatever. But more than unfortunately backyard no, do you tomato? And it's better me aboa. Anything me kasa be in nyadwe no. Because why do we have to wait till now before we react like this? And we share the newspaper and pay the Enquirer, National Enquirer. See, no tomato shortage expected. Eric Opoku assures. But if you go onto the ground, the tomato sellers, them say Enquirer beko market, say market day. Ebeko prison market in home market. Ne enkote the ekoso ewo efa tomatoes in some say. Well, those few ones that I spoke to, the few ones I spoke to. They were saying say government and reacting time there will be a shortage because emre we ayomi emra Ghana tomatoes ni unyebi. You know it's seasonal unya the obanyani Burkina dey na omode ba no.
Now what about Burkina Dim? How did Burkina started? You see President Ibrahim Traore saying how did he start? You see or take one thing at a time, or starting a tomato farm, very big acres, not starting here. While the cultivating was going on, we have our factory. Let me revive it.
So it's even
It was there.
existing
It was,
factory.
yeah, it was there, but as of now collapsed.
Uh,
So and most of it was being run by these foreign people, and then the exporting of the raw materials was so terrible. And I guess let me revive this factory or industry, or revive it. Yeah. So when they come from the farm, they go straight to the factory. Normal process percon. Now Omasa Aton our country. Now he has brought a rule that no tomato leave the country. So right now, Ghana,
you are suffering.
we are debating and then worried about tomatoes.
But the minister say don't be worried, because
you see the government.
he says don't be worried. On the minister, he is in charge of that, and he said that you should not be worried. They should not be worried. Sir,
I'm telling
who
you.
can go to went to no one yebi?
See, my main country here. Last beyond, me ko marketing.
Minim say I give free those where we boy there, because minim
see,
eduari
right
be kwa
now-
na obedi okrum ha emfa tomato.
Right now, yes. See, right now, the most painful thing is that we have got tomatoes, you know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, say, bone tomatoes na red, but opamwa
Nyama o.
yellow.
Is it not ready?
Yes, opamwa yellow. Share, we no fertilizer no. And I say, no, it are one.
Baraka FM.
It's not rich in nutrients.
So we kai brother Elini Kasa from the Ministry of Agriculture, or kase major problem. There are so many issues, but on of his seedlings now we use no Ghana hano. And yes, you know, and only the member minister abaso because Osha before kwa obe only incentive for bedi isa enkitahui. All the research institutions all krum ha. And your friend saying. CSIR moye ntwhwemu efa sanyama we nyina no he brought them together and then trying to find out the kind of seedlings that the Burkinabe are using that they are able to make it, and then why are we not getting it right? Anything that make us say afi na and problem yes it's better late than never, but let me feel sanka and yes I'm ready because Simon Penny take his step ngoko nkitin other issues, you know, and tomatoes should also be one of the major things that should be targeted. But you see the abaidie and one asama ye kan you know minister no the auditor minister of agric Honorable Eric Opoku momenti no
to do with management of post-harvest losses.
Baraka FM.
In that case, post-harvest losses alone constitute 30% of our produce. So we are reporting total production of 510,000 tons. Total production. 30% had gone waste already. So when you add that 30%, you are bringing on board additional 153,000 tons. So if we are able to eliminate post-harvest losses alone, we are adding onto our production 153,000 tons of tomato. That reduces the gap from 300 to 140,000. Mr. Speaker, what are we doing to contain the situation? On assumption of office, after we had diagnosed the challenges, ascertained the root causes of the situation, we decided to launch a program called Vegetable Development Project, popularly known as Nhyira. This project was launched somewhere in June, July last year. Mr. Speaker, the project is anchored on 3 pillars. 1 is seed. 1 is seed. And then 2 is irrigation. And 3 is market. Understand, we have to have a better appreciation of the challenge, the root cause of it, before we can prefer the appropriate solution to deal with it. While our counterparts in Burkina Faso are doing 18 tons per hectare, we are doing
Baraka
8
FM.
tons. So what is the problem? The problem is the seed, the variety that is used in the production of tomatoes. And so we have decided, and this morning we had a meeting with Waki of Legon and some of the research institutions, and they have given us the assurance that they can give us a variety that can give us more than 20 tons per hectare More than 20 tons per hectare. So we are committing them. We have made some resources available to ensure that we develop that variety to bring a lasting solution to the problem.
Minister of Agric, Honorable Eric Opoku, and Okasa Efa. In some already in the Kano, brother, or share similar view. Yes, 30% waste.
Very bad.
Waste 30%. Just say, answer no kwana de beba mu table so na meeting kwano. Like, do you know how say apro?
So waste, sometimes it comes straight from the farm, whilst it's in transport, and I say it's in transit.
Yeah.
So
say ya kwanu nye. And a distance from the farm to the market.
Ghana, we are doing well, but not enough. We share right now the major project the president, the Mampeni F now. He's tackling road network. He's tackling Galamsey. He's tackling health sector. He's tackling what else again? He's tackling so many education,
Baraka
so many things
FM.
at the time. But actually Burkina Faso, we can't compete with them this time because they were tackling the tomato factory or tomatoes issue at a particular time. We didn't
maximum
so
attention.
they were specializing on that area.
Yeah.
So into the specialization was more. Until now, right now they can produce 18 tons in I say one sector.
18 tons in Ghana there. Eight.
But as the Greek minister said, he has consulted the University of Ghana what that they can produce with the required
seed.
They can produce about 20.
So you raised three issues. One is that we need to have a very good seedling.
Yes,
that's one.
Yeah.
Two also irrigation.
Yes.
On say the train saying shunu ba. In fact, me ko bisa tomato seller me ni edi enkomo no kra no enra kwa me twem kwa na me ni esa di kombo bi na o ka chem say strategically no those who do in the cash crop no say be o no nya available ensuo dia eno an say obetwen during the major eno nso no ade a sometimes etimi ha your friend say eduaba no and the last one is marketing. Marketing is very, very, very important because you ha so I know even this year the same thing we're going to face. Or more my year or more good seed. No maybe no ma take all the insecticides we're using in or more harvest we are I feel why no better man. Not that marketing. And I don't know, Ghana is a small country, we can't even do some of this. Anymore. Okay, one MP who have to come out and then put it on his Facebook post before his issue was addressed because of a tomato. I don't know whether it is tomatoes or any other cash crop. Similarly, what's more boy, me see I buy no ya boy ama me the friends and siblings ama in crop for ya mama fertilizers ya mama then afi o my be I didn't already so why not better. So some of these things, I think is very, very important. Say, in paying for or market, but Yeridua on the initiative of the president for cash crops, I say vegetables rather. Nina no idea. I say, almost my idea. Kasa imribia no kasa wiana ya tiako dabium and the MY. The story I want the National Enquirer front page. And which was saying GIS right to the National Enquirer clarifies alleged exchange rate discrepancy. Galamsey remains enemy of the state. Naimos records 87.7% operational success rate. The Meridian newspaper also see the storm over NLA sticker fees. Clag accused of illegal tax collection nationwide. Open it now. Calls on Akomedan University gains national support. UN passes Mohammed slave trade reparations motion. The Archives newspaper so see the MIIF's minerals royalties inflow surged to 5.43 billion Ghana cedi in 2025, begin transparency drive with media. My women are growing old. Propose to a woman and marry. Reverend Sam Crunchy Ankra tells men. mo nyini ko nti mo mo dia bachelors mo dia na mo ware and no canon 4 in 10 paternity tests in Ghana exclude alleged fathers.
My goodness.
Hey, asembeni. And then no story no. Amudi ba Reverend Kwajakra ni some national no story.
4 in 10.
Yeah, 4 in 10.
Just say yem ba twim na e different say.
You see, Obankwa no betimi a
Baraka FM.
the father of her children.
Of children.
Obankwa no betimi a
Just say test na prove.
You might be thinking that they are children, but they are not.
They are not.
Yes.
They say,
But also onim.
Onim.
But on kanjira.
My mouth 2 stories be here. Okay, and a pewe ya na me story be. Haje bi any ni kunna mote for 13 good years. And papa we atimi. Omo onkola be 4. So right now no nkola no owo papa no ho omunya muti fa ko.
Okay.
And omo scan so na papa no
Baraka FM.
Or the CCTV auto the finya for security purpose
Without the knowledge of the wife.
no on him, but or the back in the bedroom without the knowledge of their wife. But asem no kwakwa say edrume bi na pan so kwa DNA test abra one born in na manye to find out himself. And so yeah no and they find out say how you are for samples or kwa DNA test. Na ma catch and say ne catch and say ma hu say ukwa DNA test but me dey mean through ukwa ba results no fa share. So and ma hu so catch ebusian for say ya me kunu okoye na kunu so koye for 3 months 4 months on far results number I didn't yeah because he knows that and then him say what DNA test what is the results so him say ne no ne ba ne number. So near the original prayer until there is nowhere what was in the is them cry or some for the DNA test number which shows that the wife or marriage is secure and the wife was very faithful. And I started back where Mr. the mama and I will hope say Bema we near Obawe and Neti and I'm worry for so many years.
Baraka FM.
I'm first born. Wa hweg ba gewe ma gewe awie school akọ university why successfully graduate and papa we edu graduation no and papa we or expect say akaneba no onye den on bite no embra graduation no and aneba no so I invite no amba graduation no or kate obia the bano because of any final year to why busy why say and no one funny person one funny serious be on again if you more why what to do if you was see my team on any busian for any yere more of anymore and gay so she happens to be part of the best students at that time and graduation is so yeah surprisingly and papa no so person on surprising ne ba wow or we school and also call graduation no more. So they were in the graduation hall, and I have bought again in this umbrella now on G na baso body. And na baso body so we can't take a cry after journey of education no. And now all catcher California the audience say this is how a journey started. You know, or born ni mami abaso, or born ni papa baso. Or but then the papa now or not you on the just say me but no good things about me. The struggle, the everythings. Now get we can't we are and the invite say parents and so mumba no mumba G about somebody and then nyambanya. And I no sorry yeah. No so be sorry. Always sorry we ko kwana. Be ma so ba ko so sorry so ko. Oh wow anti ase. And obisa ne say hwan so na kwa no na ne ka chen say ho no ma ka chen say debi enya wo na odi wo odi we no odi oh I'm telling you so there
means anka papa no no nim say ne bani say enye ne
ba no for more into hwe again now ko university wa hwe again fit no kora be akwa we university o which means she's more than 20 years this lifetime
na ono a waba obeji your friend saying obefa credit no and then like in terms of investment did he pay
that
fees?
That was between onene ne yere no. You don't know. So for so many years wash out Kolawia ko school I be piano na the end. And so I say ho no one no or yet to say I say original sa no kasa back and forth no ho no like
he doesn't know what to do.
No or excuse you or say excuse him like I say oboho like one normal.
Yeah.
Or till in no hospital. So about or coffee no catch no or chair nearby or cabisa no say. Say me if you answer or say send me man can't chow say nkola no e yomba una all free say yomba.
Me a worry for
Yeah.
I no kunu no.
Yes no kunu no. Say man can't chow say yoba una all free say yoba. Me I didn't shim crowd say Nhyira yes or no. Akola na wo more than 20 years. I don't know papa say.
Let me say yes I can. All balls are on the mother.
Your mother, yes.
Because differently Akola no want me who say we na in papa na so but on my mama catch them say we na in papa.
Yes, but at least you are living with your father with your mother in the same house. Even though maybe do on any papa near father bear have a conversation at the backside, but only papa and the
stepfather not father.
Stepfather and that's it. So now just say and I make we are say there are some mistakes you can't reverse it. Any say any be no say like wow sure
I worry for some day nin some doors and I say I worry for a intem day nin some doors and they starting so I am win my to us Mahama secures historic UN backing for slave reparations despite US, Argentina and Israel voting against. The Dispatch newspaper say Lincoln's degree snubbed rather honest Mahama Assemblies of God Church. Okay, Reverend Wingham. Yes, Onosakasa. Greater Accra is becoming an NDC stronghold. We any day. Chairman General, I said in Ketia, and it's somebody to join. 1 year of IGP Tete Yonu, how intelligent-led policing is changing the fight against crime. Showbiz look beyond office jobs, tend to agree with Shatawale. Obine Kanasem. In fact, I saw something on social media and I was really curious. Say, Omo follow Shatawale. The Omundim say Shatawale is not one man, and I say investing in only one industry. He's somebody who is into the. He's a businessman, so he has strategic ways of investing, and he has invested in a lot of.
Yeah.
Into Agrika, okay, I don't know, maybe there's something coming up.
Only Yoko gidi same. No. Still, they haven't had anything against him yet.
There be one say what I realized in terms of that particular story is that he might not have known. Said those cars are stolen cars. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. And you know, it's good how it ended. Now the caution also to the general public is say, oh, because some of them are really stolen cars that comes into this.
But Shtawale as a musician, he's a people are known to him as a business person. Now me can say that Shtawale or a musician, if the government is to support him, say me can say if I say one person is coming up strongly, willing to give the people jobs. The government, but on the government, there's some collaboration be on his Shagzy cars, Shagzy. I think on it minister be a partnership on the Shagzy, so that as I know Malik Basentali, yes, they are YE, so that they are going to give cars to people to work, to work with.
Yeah,
so this kind of
work and pay.
Yeah, work and pay. So he's known for his musical
but they have also had other business.
Have some side business to help the people of Ghana.
So can I say for the young ones, yes, your ambition is not only for you to be a salary worker, also there be invest in a Greek.
On the attackers, I'll say you have to make money. Who share the videos now? So Shtawale is kind of person now. Most of the times people think that he's so harsh, but he's so harsh, but most of his talks are very true in terms of business ideas.
Yeah.
Well, he's very good at that angle. Very, very good. For that one, I'll give him that credit.
Yeah. The Hawk newspaper says government rejects wrongdoing in misleading big push report. Health hits goldfields must go. Kaka piles pressure on government to cancel mine lease. Flag serious concerns over firm's capacity. Mugabe to be honored at the Black Stars Awards.
Robert Mugabe.
There be Robert Mugabe.
Hey.
We Ghana Mugabe.
Ghana Mugabe.
Or a presenter.
So sometimes the bigger names overshadow the
Yes.
this one.
Okay. Mahama scraps fertilizer subsidy. Orders free supply. The daily searchlights. Daily searchlight. You see, Wenchi records 102 TB cases in 2025. 2 Lejokuku school emerge winners of the Twisco sachet to treasure schools challenge. Okay, daily searchlight. You see, the majority blocks 68 billion Ghana City audit probe with false claim of urgent parliamentary business. Yes, mami me penasempa. But I know as me say clarification by it here. Now I feel that there be one anko ye. You know, that is the Public Account Committee. No man calling clarification as second deputy or with regards to this issue, or say Osha and possible say be a parliament has sitting in the plenary. Now we have other committee sittings. It's not possible. The only thing is that you have to stop those committee meetings and come and join, because do you know say parliament then say a few people are in parliament you're complaining say two about mom say you can't have two meetings out there. So that clarification was not there. You know, Okasa Semi now see there be only two Japan see 68 billion audit in some I was standing movie until Tina majority for a recall those on the side of the majority to stop the meeting. I don't say the publications they did in terms of advertising the sittings in parliament. In the previous days in Kwano, edu time on where meeting of parliament obiara ejai meeting somewhere and omkoi. Until woman he took his time to explain and was really raising eyebrow why this particular allegations.
Disruption. First of all, there was nothing like disruption. So this is how things are done in Parliament. Every week, on every Friday, if it's not a public holiday, the Business Committee, in pursuance of Order 216, rules 1, 2, A, B, and C, will set out the business for the ensuing week. So every member of Parliament is told the nature and the mode that businesses will be conducted, including time of sitting. So if you may, as you may be aware, we had been sitting in the afternoon for the past 1 month or so. Sittings will begin at 2 p.m. and then we'll conduct business until such time that the House deems fit to adjourn. But last week we decided that this week being the last week prior to adjournment, we will shift sitting from 2 p.m. to 10 a.m., which will enable us to do more within the day. So as of last Thursday, which was the last day of last week because of the Salah festivals and all that, every committee was told
Baraka
when sitting will start this week, which was to commence at 10 a.m. So if a committee leader decides to fix committee meetings at 9 a.m., then you have just about 1 hour to consider the committee business. So that when it is 10 a.m., it doesn't clash with the time of sitting at plenary. So if you take the order paper for yesterday, 3 committees on rules and transport, Committee on Assurances, the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Committees, they met. When they were in session, these are committees of about 18 or 22 member committees. And because of the huge proportion that we have, we dominate these committees by way of numbers. So if you have an 18-member committee, we dominate it by 13 members. So if you have 3 18-member committees sitting, that is 54. And out of the 54, it means that as many as 39 of those 54 members are the majority side. 13 times 3, that's 39.
Okay.
Now, we indicated yesterday when they read, for instance, quorum, we said, there were 3 committees meeting. So it's not as if we are not in the house, but we are populated at committee work.
Mm-hmm.
They won't take it. So we said, okay, for today, tomorrow, and Friday, we should suspend all committee work so that we can all focus on the business of the day at plenary. In any event, if any committee wants to meet, they could do so after adjournment. Or they could meet from 8 a.m. to say 10 a.m. Because when it's exactly 10 a.m., members at committee meetings, they need only 5 minutes to move from committee rooms to get to the chamber. So time really will not be a problem. But if you have a committee chairperson who decides to fix committee meeting at 11 a.m., 1 hour into time of sitting, then it conflicts with plenary. So we didn't withdraw our members. We only said that we are asking committee meetings to be suspended. Even the House itself suspends its activities sometimes to go into conclave or things like that. So any information out there that majority members were withdrawn from committee work today cannot be accurate.
Right.
We only ask that they should suspend the work. Maybe they must have worked for like an hour. You suspend the work, we come to plenary, we work and deal with the major business of the day. When we adjourn, or as we speak, we have suspended the House. So committees could also go back and work quickly. So these things are not cast in stone. It's just that we need to have some consensus on these matters. But otherwise, there are very orderly way of organizing things and advertising committee meetings and picking time for committee meetings, which are also every day advertised.
Right. Mr. Dafiamapo, there's been a lot of reaction since this incident happened, and some critics are saying that the majority's action creates a dangerous precedent where a whip can effectively collapse oversight sittings. How do you respond to concerns that this could be abused in future? What happened today?
I am in my 10th year in this parliament. I have been in the 7th parliament, I have been in the 8th parliament, I have been in the 9th. This is the 9th parliament. Committee work have always been suspended to go and deal with business on the floor, and the members will return to continue at committee levels. So what happened today is not strange.
Right.
It's not as if it's never happened before. In fact, yesterday, when they raised the issue of quorum, we suspended all committee sittings, all the 3 committee sittings, transport, foreign affairs, and government assurance. They were suspended. And then we all came to plenary. So why didn't they raise any issue yesterday? Only for the Public Accounts Committee chairperson to be saying a different thing today. In any case, the business that you have, you cannot complete it by Friday. There's no way you can finish considering the referral by Friday. So what is this insistence that if I don't work today, willy-nilly, then it means my power to exercise oversight is being hampered.
Mr. Dafiamapo.
So that is propaganda.
Don't go yet. I'll come back to you. Dr. Rashid Dramani, who's the executive.
Baraka FM.
Nchichema this story yedi bremo na say honorable, yes, Public Account Committee, the course NRA. No meeting about 68 billion Ghana city audit probe. Mukosuna, yes, Debbie meeting. Kwa fancy ha na mumbra. Preliminary na mumbe to also Ejumadino. I'm saying Tiasia Nejuma. And now accuse the government side and the majority side say Debbie because of Jumana says Sikasema Yekano and Anyomude and Omo recording. And also Kasa Debbie, that is not the issue. And he seeks to clarify that particular issue. BNFT newspaper see closing gender financing gap could add 316 billion US dollars to Africa GDP. Mahama comments no be agriculture. Focus on real sector growth. BOG tightens cybersecurity framework. Health Goldfields injects 135 million US dollars in the first year of operations. Daily Post newspaper Galamsey remains the enemy of the state. Mahama champions UN vote to recognize slavery as a grievous crime against humanity. The TDC Ghana Limited trained first cohort of national service personnel in military discipline. And so the Daily Analyst newspaper say MIIF moves to reset public narrative on minerals royalty. Ntinomuma na yenkutie the Minister of Roads Kwame Agboja also okasa. Minister of Roads okasa. The issue of tolls. Someone him say that thing was really suspended, or should I say suspended? No. Came to an end because of e-levy and in sense say at least by the end of this year road tolls will come back. But how is it coming? The Minister of Roads Kwame Agboja the issue of tolls and how GPRTU is also responding to that matter.
Simple is that it's only roads that we have improved.
Baraka
FM. We're not going to put that on rough roads littered with potholes and other things. So, for instance, when we finish, how do we call it, Winchi,
Baraka FM.
When we finish the interchanges, that will be told because we made a
Minister of Roads and Mutini Kano. See, there be any quite be out, quite a potos also, Mia, your father said, I'm going to some, Debbie Biano, a quiet daho. One can say, sit ya, all you say, ready, a cimitia, no cano. Now, GPR team penny fonsono, a react here, can say, oh, only how. Sasa me quade, a idea, a house, but the Omo can say, Sikani, Mamma Coeno. 5 CD and 10 CD and 20 CD. Na kanini de 11 CD na etua. Nti se pese santua biom dia and they say hwe na de ebetua no ma nya de a ebedoso. Nti ma yenko na yenkotie de omoka se omofo aso de but nyidudo no na omohwe moma yenti GPRT mpanyifo.
We are ready to pay, but we also saying that as they are bringing it, they shouldn't, take it too high. Previously we were paying 1 Ghana cedi, 2 Ghana cedis and stuff. We don't know how much we are going to pay now, but bringing back the toll, we can't kick against it. But as I said earlier, it must serve our purpose, and at the same time, they shouldn't, take.
Yes, we in there equals with regards to the road tolls. Now, Public Account Committee, someone is saying things are happening. Some excerpts of what transpired at the Public Account Committee as they continuously to have their sittings and some of the errors. Someone say, oh dear, I bicycle doing the free sign call. We are there, betcho. Some of the audits.
The error, I am not actually making an excuse for the error. I'm only giving brief on what we have been able to do, even when the error was identified. Thank you.
So, Minister, I just want to find out, you just indicated that the review team was able to identify all the duplications, even before the auditors came. Do you have evidence of the letter that was sent to Finance identifying the duplications before the auditors came?
It was a presentation that was done. And at the presentation, when they brought all of our issues, we also pointed out these ones we have identified that there's duplications. There was a meeting that we had with the Minister of Finance. So I'm only saying that these things also came up even before the audit team. So that is even why even the finance team also even press on that. Then they have to do a full all the issues that we have submitted to them. They all have to be subjected to the validation claims. So that is why some of these things are coming up. But for this huge sum, the two major huge sums, that is what we are currently discussing. And there's the next one, for instance, that is about the 3.2 billion. These are some of the issues that I'm saying that through a presentation, we even identified it from our end. And that is not to hold brief. That because we have identified it, it means that what we submitted to finance was didn't have any error. We identified that what we have submitted have some duplications. And as I said, we met the records, the figures, and we have to interrogate the figures as well. So I'm also repeating again that by this, I'm not holding brief that the error was not occasioned. It was there.
See, Minister, we are governed by rules. I mean, this very house that we are a member of passed the Public Financial Management Act. And we are creating an impression that this duplication is just an error, an inadvertent error. That an impression is being created that this committee should not act on it. And I want to refer to the Section 78 of the Public Financial Management Act, which says that principal spending officers and public officers ought to ensure the accuracy and completeness of financial information submitted to the Ministry of Finance and other authorities. In that, in failure to do so, Minister, can be classified as a financial misconduct, which should be punished. When at the Ministry of Energy, you realized that documents submitted to the Ministry of Finance as of December 2024 had duplications, what action did your ministry take? And I say this because you make the claim that you did a presentation to the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Finance, in relaying its concerns to the auditors, still went ahead and added this duplication for it to be investigated. So what it means is that at the Ministry of Energy, nothing was done about this infraction. There's no documentation to the Ministry of Finance. A misconduct has been conducted, and it looks like we are being asked as a committee or as a country to treat this as an error, which cannot be so. Minister.
Firstly, Honorable Chair, I use error because we're talking accounting, so it could be an infraction as far as we're having this conversation.
Baraka FM.
Yo, it's here for Baraka 98.7 FM. Yes, we a public account committee na muti the course no. Ntinu say yes, back in Sawoma do Ajiri precisely. Someone say National Gargajia Festival baso weekends. And intino mpenyufo marshals ye nyama amambre ni amanie unti asedia ende be modia na be mpenyufo na obesu nyama bebre ndiri adi ye ka sei enne emse omuko insuo na no ewo densu insuo ho ni nyina no nyama ye wo ha se yemsua nyama bebre nturuturu di festivals no betimi aso nyama bebre they say the ensanka mranti hini Sarkin Samari ewo ahoma no so Sarki assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Masha Allah, barka da warhaka.
Albarka ka dai ya kake?
Alhamdulillah, kana kan live kan Baraka 98.7 FM.
Masha Allah.
Masha Allah, masha Allah. To
mun gode da wanga
Baraka FM.
Mu yi magana akan Baraka FM warhaka.
Okay, all right. Yanzu haka me za ga mana kan abin da ke gudana inda kake yanzu?
Yanzu yana mai muna bakin rafinmu na dansu. Muna jiya mun zo mun gyara wajen, mun zo kuma wajen muna zaune da mu zauna mu yi wanka. Saboda suna ne
Sarki za ku swimming competition shi ne ba ga mini ba ya kamata duk ban kawo kai.
Mu yi swimming competition mu yi kuma mu ci abinci kwana competition.
Masha Allah.
Duka cikin entertainment gargajiyan ne, insha Allah.
Kifaye da ke cikin ruwa da duka sun kare kenan.
mun ce ma kifi mun da mu gasa ba kifi bakin ruwan ba mun kama kifi
Baraka FM.
Oh, masha Allah.
Muna bakin ruwan. Zo kuma muna gyara kifi da mu gasa ne.
Masha Allah. Na gabanin wannan na din sun gashin akwai abin da kuka yi kuma gabanin wannan na shirye-shirye na taron da.
Jiya muka fara mun gyara bakin ruwan nan yau kuma mun zo da mu eating competition kuma mu yi wanka. Mu zo na wajen da mu raye unguwan. After wannan gobe in Allah ya da mun yi kick fit. Mun yi kick fit. Wa cikin gari.
Kick fit bayan juma'a ko da safe?
Da safe da mu yi.
Da safe, okay.
Kuma wannan kuma mun yi koko mu yi alalle mu yi kose saboda mu kuma duka abincin tradition na Hausawa duka mun ci shi wajen saboda kowa ya ga abincin mu muna advert abincin mu da gargajiyar mu.
Masha Allah. Ina jin wato shekara da ya wuce dai abinda muka ga wanda yake an kungayaci sauran sarakuna wanda yake dama bayan zango bane da suka zo suka kara kuma ya taimaka sosai. Ba san shekaran ga ya zai kasance.
Shekaran ga ya yi ma daban. Saboda akwai kafura daban
Baraka FM.
Hayyendi. Duka sun zo so alaci wanga program da yi na gargajiya so shakon manyan sakakai na anna duka sun zo kuma duk gari kowane gari cikin garin gari insha Allah kowa ya zo wanga tawa da mu insha Allah to kun ga sakakai daban-daban
masha Allah ta bangaren gwamnati kuma shin za a samu manya da za su halarci wannan taro
insha Allah don istirja minista Allah ya da mun communicate da ita
masha Allah
ta zo MC nan sabon ya zo da manya da muka gayyace su dai don mai gari ma don ya yi tafiya ne da ya halittu ga program don ya yi ranar da ya zo ya rana cikin ya yi ranar da zai lan so shi ya yi ba mu samun shama cikin kwalla dai mun samu manyan masu gari sun zo insha Allah su
ga wanda ke sauraron mu kusa da kuma nisa saboda muna kan yanar gizo na wato internet social media kenan gaba daya wani ke sauraron mu da ke la'allama bayan saman bane me za ga musu wani ke suke sha'awan gargajiya da ke sun so da su kuma su sharka cikin wannan al'amari
abin da shekara ake yi kuma al'adar mu muke gwadawa na gargajiyar mu da al'adar mu kuma sunna ne ka gwada al'adanka saboda shi muna gayyatar kowa da ke da lokaci ya zo ga al'adarmu da muke yi ya zo ya gargajiyarmu kuma mu koyi habu saboda gobe ba mu na musa gargajiyarmu duk wanda kuma ya bai gida ya bar shi ya ka kowa sun gargajiyar shi saboda shi bar muke wanga fuga kuma mun fara tun 2009 ba yau aka fara ba so many years kuma Allah ya dama gobe da dare a videos da muka fara duka mun sama a duba don yin gargajiya night.
Masha Allah. Gargajiya night.
Okay. Yes, da dare kenan Friday night. To videos muka fara tun 2009 mun sa duka high 2025 nga. To kaga kaman a history kenan. Kowa ya ga abu da baka taba gani ba. Ciki ko Allah. Insha Allah.
Yo sarauta ne ke zamu gayyaci wayanda ke makwabtan mu sarakunan annan ga na sun dai kamin ka sauka wayanda ku gayyace su da kai annancin saboda su kuma su fahimci ainihin abin da muke tattaunawa kan wanga zance na National Gargajiya Festival da ke zuwa na za yi shi wannan karo na za yi
an yi shi ina ka saba yi wannan araji asotef nan amma na so annancin na so ba wani yayi saboda kasa annancin wadata kasa annancin mu bai da karfi haka to shi na so ba wani abu wada shine PRO na wanga program
masha Allah
ya yi annancin sosai shi barin bashi
insha Allah all right we mbrantihini na any di enkomo efa jubadi kersie pa ya baso ewo sawom adoajiri efa ya mamre eni ya manie sise kese kwa omo den suriva ho swimming competition any eating competition na ekoso ntini wan kontema emse wan ya mo nyina besa ntini bomodia na yiri ho awuti na jumadi na nkasa baso on Saturday ntini mo invite ahimfo empanyifo dudo na omo beba ho se de yari PRO nso ebe kasa Honorable Wadata ewa humano so. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Yo na honorable Sajumadi kese yi ankobeti media to jama mpenyifo titiru ya himfo mo invite mo ba ejumadi asi ankobeti media to jama na T4 ehu omo ba ejumadi asi
ni di kan ya da Baraka for
Baraka FM
na nenu da kese and Nensu is part of the historical day ewo yen Muslim community ewo Adwajiri Zongo te amamne ni amanie no esi ye ba be kai ya abakwasem na yen nananom no nsio mu de nsio na na edwon ba Zongo a o mutitin nam
okay
na enu no ya jaja mu na nenu ya san afa abadum mesi ubehedi nsu na no ha wa wani bedi mpanyimfo aba esese kura pakrofo hini Zongo hini wa ha
okay
na mpanyimfo bebri ewacha ba Serkin Father nyina ewa ha
okay
na yema menu nso ebi kura na mi se ye stop ka omu ba esi ade no eye nika eye nije ti bebia wo bia no be hese ne be ye di odo bebo odo mu ebi se se jaja ye manum biti ni ne keka ho ye nim na omu ye no ho ti ya fa atu ye ho se ta fidu se a o se ma enijenu ebra ye doorstep se na be ye di ani be ko ye nkola no ho na minka enda daw nenu panyifo bebre beba Adwajiri hini ye di asu ye sa frɛ no sawom hini ya asu ye sa afrɛ no eye isiriji mranti hini nyina ya asu ye sa afrɛ no eye chebi Zongo hini ye nyina ya asu ye sa afrɛ nyina na mkwan so eba na jumadie no anopadie no ya ye fishing no ese kura fishing no ewo de so na ahaya na ebe
ba honorable yes ma mo insurance ma fese enam no nsa wo epunu mu
David nam ni de bebre na ne ya ti no enu sese ma no egutu ACC
okay
ye ba be soja wa ha na ya di no ya na ya ye swimming no
na
swimming no ya
okay na friend is saying edikana mrantihini kasafa ochina jumadi gargaje nights enu so na nkobetimi aka bibia fa ho a
nenu ho mami mbon ne de no wi na mi ko try no nenu ya swimming na ye ba be eating competition
Baraka FM
eating competition na 4 o'clock na Yakobo gala ye wi a otina anopa 6 o'clock ye be health walk
okay
ye health walk nu ya na anajo 8 o'clock na gargaja night mi so be ba mu e wo Zongo inshallah na the whole champion day ba ne de Saturday
okay
inshallah
na ochina metise mo gargaje night ana mbesa nka mi hu gargaje night no ede na mpachire ede na ebesi wo
gargaje night no Zongo no kura atiche 4 yewo kutokuli lai yewo wangara lai yewo muti lai ena yewo zabama lai
okay
na sa for amape yewo different types so a omo Zongo a omo no anya se ebe ni ma won bro no din na sa ko nyina no
Baraka FM
atabeba ebebo ukromasa na wasa na culture na nkola na omo sori a onum ejum ya di se sebi njuma ensen fatano am say yes sen na omo nso omamamre ewo ho ena omo dum so ewo ho ena omo asanso ewo ho nti otina anajo no enu na ebeye enu e fe no gargaje anai
ba eating competition dey ka muntwan bi ba answer ya start because me say me ana me wi
yo and they are starting a police maybe aboko ya nyabe na contestants ko no e be say nyabe 15 contestants na ye di odo abodo mu
mashallah yo edase ba yes
so Baraka ye hwemu anim
yes ndina mika say ye ba ho enimi ya eating competition dey swimming dey bia metimi ade achemu but eating ni dey say me be fa first
mashallah
yo erase yo we honorable Wadata na motini nkanu ano so odi to jaifa jumadi ya friend National Gargajia Festival baso on Saturday ewo araji astroturf ewo sawam Adwajiri ya mamre ni amanie ni nyina no ya dia yensese yede beto twene na wo hwe de all kana nsa wo mhini yes nana kwamna nsa yes is going to be there. So don't miss this particular opportunity, a memorable occasion for that matter. But modiana at least also beka ko he na ochuna de ani de gargaje night so and so be so kompa. I'm say all the videos and the pictures they have from 2009 mo sha se ni nyina no omode be kire omode be tudwa ni nyina no se na be betimia etna ewo friends saying kroye ya do ya ho na etimi ehu ye ho na ntiase na bibia enkoyi nti we ni de yedi bremo shortly with regards to what is happening in Sawam Aduajiri. Mampini na Bediche, Vice President Okasa about SMEs, particularly with regards to our young ones who must take advantage of the current changes that is coming with regards to the resetting. Her Excellency, Professor Nana Jane.
Keeping the support for